And here we are with the Handpresso pump, the one-handed espresso maker, which is pretty cool. The idea is that, when you're out and about, either, camping, glamping, or at a festival, you can make a nice hot, fresh cup of espresso. And when you first open the box, you're going to find the directions on top there. And inside, a replacement O-ring for the Handpresso, which is pretty cool. Next thing you might find is the ground coffee adapter. And the first thing you should know is that this does not make double shot espressos, but only singles. Wham wham. And then you have the Handpresso itself. And it's got a good weight to it. It actually feels like it would hold up pretty well out camping or at some kind of festival. You could beat it up a little bit. Next, you have to take out the ESE, the Easy Serving Espresso Pod Holder. They tell you to use a coin to get it out, but I just use my fingers, and it's a little bit of a pain in the ass to get out, but you'll get it out sooner or later. Hopefully sooner than later. And then just take the ground coffee holder and put that inside instead. And that's everything in the box. Just in case you forgot, there it all is together. And let's make a cup of espresso. And here it is. So right here, the first thing is that button. You gotta pop that button up. That holds the pressure for the Handpresso. And then you're going to turn the back here counterclockwise, and that's the pump, and you're going to start pumping it up. Also, this pumping action that's going on, it takes a little while depending on how strong you are, and I'm like medium strong, just so you know. Now, the one thing I didn't like about the design is that where you're holding the actual Handpresso, you could potentially push that button again, which will release all the pressure, which would be a pain in the ass because then you have to start pumping again. And there's a little air pressure gauge on the top there, and what you're trying to do is get that needle right in the green area. And another thing is, I just don't understand why you just wouldn't put a green area at the end instead of having like a too much pressure zone. I'm not sure why that's that way. Maybe someone can explain that to me later, some wise ass in the comments. Once you're done pumping, make sure you turn the pump clockwise so you lock it in, and as you can see here, the pressure gauge needle is perfectly in the green area. And so next up is putting some hot water inside the Handpresso. Then you're going to add some espresso coffee to the one-shot coffee adapter. Another thing I would say they should add in here is they have a tamper, but you have to buy it separately, which I think is kind of annoying. I think you should kind of get that included with the actual Handpresso. Now drop the coffee adapter inside the Handpresso and make sure to lock it down. And so that button now, you're going to push that button and make some espresso. And there it goes. It's very satisfying when you do this part. But as you can see, I kind of made a little bit of a mess because I held it kind of high and with the pressure and all. So be careful you don't burn yourself. That was the first time I did that. No judgment. This is the second time I did it. I learned from my mistakes. I put it right up against the cup and bam. And here I am almost breaking a glass cup, trying to show you that nice brown foamy mixture you get when you get a good cup of espresso going. I do have to say the Handpresso makes a damn tasty espresso. Yeah, you see I rhymed that. And that's the Handpresso. Some things I would change about the Handpresso is to include a tamper so that you can make even perfect espresso shots every time. On a design side, I would move that infusion button so you don't mistakenly push it while you're pumping up the Handpresso. And speaking of pumping, you won't get a sore arm using this thing, but it does take a little while to pump up. So if you don't like to work for your coffee, don't know what to tell you. And lastly, I would say that little coffee adapter is kind of hard to clean out. And if you're limited on water, it might be a little bit of a pain in the butt. Yeah, so in the end, I would say that if you're glamping, camping, or traveling somewhere out in the world, the Handpresso is a good option to make a hot, fresh cup of espresso on the go. Thank you again for watching. I'm the Glamp Guru. And if you liked the video, please subscribe below.